Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Tyler Herro's dominant performance versus Hawks proves why his evolution isn't finished. The Miami Heat's 10-game losing streak is a thing of the past. They secured their third consecutive win over the Atlanta Hawks on Thursday, the first time reaching that mark since early January. And the team received an elite effort from their new All-Star to lead the way. Tyler Herro put on an offensive clinic against Atlanta, totaling a game-high 36 points, 4 assists and 2 steals on remarkably efficient 13 of 17 shooting, 76%. Even with being guarded by a top Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Dyson Daniels, Herro took him to school. Although he experienced some struggles coming out of the All-Star break, he has bounced back for Miami over their most recent stretch. Solid rotation contributions from Davion Mitchell, Alec Burks, Haywood Highsmith and Kyle Anderson helped supplement Herro's dominant night. Bam Adebayo and Kel'el Ware also had control on the glass, totaling 22 rebounds combined. However, this night was a true showcase of Herro's evolution in the midst of his career year. It's encouraging to see the Heat secure these wins with Herro as the leading man. Despite the greatest season of his young career thus far, he has put up several All-NBA caliber performances that wound up being wasted due to Miami failing to execute late in games. It's encouraging to watch Herro continue to blossom and outplay Trae Young to help the Heat keep their win streak alive. During this career season, Herro has put up some eye-popping stats that haven't always resulted in wins because of the Heat's failings late in games. But Herro has been a huge part of Miami's 3-game winning streak as they try to turn this season around. Thursday, Herro went 4 for 6 from three-point range and scored in several different ways. Most of his 13 made field goals came near the rim as Atlanta's defense tried to run him off the line. This has been a big part of his all-around improvement this season. Herro adjusted his shot diet during this 2024-25 campaign to become a more efficient player. And that notion was on full display against Trae Young and the Hawks. Herro is already an all-star and still getting better. Just think, we aren't even close to his prime years yet. Herro's growth is the epitome of hard work behind the scenes leading to results on the court. His work ethic has been impressive, and his focus on doing whatever it takes to become a better player has only helped his reputation in the league. It isn't a major improvement, but he has made minor leaps on the defensive side of the floor as well. He was active in that department in the Heat's latest win, recording a pair of steals on the night. It's reassuring to see Herro's individual improvement as each season has gone by. And luckily, he is far from done in making these strides. Philadelphia takes on Miami, aims to break 6-game skid. Miami Heat, 32-41, 10th in the Eastern Conference, versus Philadelphia 76ers, 23-50, 12th in the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia, Saturday 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Bottom line, Philadelphia enters the matchup with Miami after losing 6 games in a row. The 76ers have gone 14-30 against Eastern Conference opponents. Philadelphia is the worst team in the Eastern Conference with 39.3 rebounds per game led by Kelly Oubre Jr. averaging 6.1. The Heat are 20-25 against conference opponents. Miami is 3-9 in games decided by less than 4 points. The 76ers are shooting 45.5% from the field this season, 1.1 percentage points lower than the 46.6% the Heat allow to opponents. The Heat average 13.6 made three-pointers per game this season, 0.6 fewer makes per game than the 76ers give up. Top performers, Tyrese Maxey is scoring 26.3 points per game with 3.3 rebounds and 6.1 assists for the 76ers. Quentin Grimes is averaging 23.9 points and 3.8 rebounds while shooting 49.1% over the last 10 games. Andrew Wiggins is scoring 18.2 points per game and averaging 4.4 rebounds for the Heat. Tyler Herro is averaging 22.1 points and 3.8 rebounds over the last 10 games. Last 10 games, 76ers, 1-9, averaging 114.7 points, 38.2 rebounds, 22.2 assists, 9.3 steals and 5.2 blocks per game while shooting 45.9% from the field. Their opponents have averaged 125.5 points per game. Heat, 3-7, averaging 105.0 points, 37.1 rebounds, 24.4 assists, 8.9 steals and 4.0 blocks per game while shooting 49.3% from the field. Their opponents have averaged 108.9 points. Heat named as logical landing spot for $197 million star forward. The Miami Heat need a new superstar. Jimmy Butler's departure has left the franchise shorthanded, both in terms of elite on-court talent and a highly marketable star. Enter Zion Williamson. The former Duke standout has yet to show signs of tapping into his limitless potential. Perhaps that's why the New Orleans Pelicans still struggle to generate momentum. As such, there's a slight chance Williamson could be available via trade for the right price. According to Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley, the Heat are a potential landing spot for Williamson should he become available. The Jimmy Butler-less Heat seem primed for a shakeup, and President Pat Riley seldom misses an opportunity to chase a distressed asset, Buckley wrote. Williamson should easily meet that definition. Even if this run has helped restore some value, he won't cost nearly as much as a player of his caliber normally would. He won't hit even the 40-game mark, which he has failed to clear in 4 of his 6 seasons. Buckley continued. The Heat need his offense, though, and they don't have the trade chips to find this kind of scoring punch and finishing prowess elsewhere. They also have to hope, if not believe, their coaching and conditioning program can bring out his best in ways the Pelicans never have. Williamson has played in 30 games this season. He's averaging 24.6 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 5.3 assists, shooting 56.7% from the field. Williamson is in the second year of a 5-year $197 million contract. Williamson would be a risk for Heat since entering the NBA. Williamson has had 2 healthy seasons. He played in 24 games as a rookie, 61 as a sophomore, missed the 2021-22 season with an injury, played 29 games in 202-23, 70 in 2023-24, and has played 30 so far this campaign. That track record is far from enticing, even for a desperate Heat team. Still, Williamson's potential and superstar upside are still a significant draw. After all, he's only 24 years old and could still turn his career around. It may be a case of Williamson needing a new situation and a new approach to his nutrition and conditioning. Nevertheless, Miami would be taking a significant gamble. Yes, Williamson could become an elite scorer, playmaker, and defender. But, at the same time, he could also become an anchor that holds Miami back for the next 4, 5, or 6 years. Pat Riley should think long and hard before making a run at the Pelicans star. Heat's Pat Riley should retire, Gilbert Arenas. According to Gilbert Arenas, who was speaking on a recent episode of his Gil's Arena podcast, the time has come for Pat Riley to retire. Pat Riley has to fire himself, Arenas said. No one's complaining about SPO, Eric Spoelstra, but it's still like he's overseeing SPO. He's the godfather. It would be interesting to see whether Riley's replacement would target Williamson, especially with the risks that are associated with that move. Still, if you want the chance to land a generational talent for a cut-price deal, Williamson is the perfect candidate. If things work out, you will look like a genius. However, a quick glance over at the Pelicans should be all the warning you need to tread carefully. And you, fan? What do you think about Zion Williamson's situation? Write to us in the comments.